Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video we'll be going through an unboxing of the Nepteight unit, and this was from Gundam Build Divers Re released by Bandai Spirits, also known as Bandai, back in 2020. So this will be the last video to cover Hiroto's various Gundam. Although technically I might take that back because there is the Re-Rising, but that in its own type of category. But just going back to what I just said, this will be the last unboxing video. All of Hiroto's sets have pretty much been done up to the Nepteight, and as we all know there was no unit assigned to Pluto, given that Pluto has not been a planet for some time now. Then again, I still think it's a planet, but that's because I was born and raised and educated while it was still a planet. And I've also watched Sailor Moon. But anyway, Nepteight. So, front cover, combination of CGI art and the actual included kit that's inside. So here we have the dock, hands, and the actual Neptune armor. And then over here we have the actual Nepteight Gundam with everything included. Although in the lightened out silhouette is the Core Gundam 2 and the Nepteight Weapons, which interestingly enough is basically commented on right here, saying Core Gundam 2 and Nepteight Weapons are not included, which is okay. Looking on the other side of the box, so Nepteight unit. The Nepteight unit is equipped with special cruising abilities. Interesting. Although given that this is based off the Stargazer, it wasn't so much a weapon per se, but it was a means of propulsion, I guess is a good way of saying it. Core Gundam 2 combined with the Neptune armor, and then once combined with the Nepteight Weapons makes a Nepteight Gundam, which is over there. I will admit I do quite like the colour. I'm sure the instruction booklet will tell me what the actual proper name is. I wanted to say turquoise, but I could be wrong with my color descriptions. One side of the box, which is basically the cover art repeated. Other side, which is the exact same. And then, the side that we haven't looked at, the Nepteight unit, and that little blurb about Re-Rise. So that is pretty cool. So that's the look of the outside of the box. Let's have a look on the inside. Okay, so inside we have 1, 2, 3 bags of runners, which is the same that was included in the Saturn X unit. And then at the very bottom we have the instruction manual. Given there's the 3 bags of runners, I will free those runners off screen, and then we will have a look and see what was actually included. And I do spot a wonderful sticker sheet there as well, which is not going to be small, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Okay, now that the runners have all been freed from their bags, having a look at the Nepteight unit, starting with the instructions. So pretty much same vein as what we've been accustomed to with a lot of these supplementary unit sets. A nice shot of the CGI art with majority of the Gundam in view. The included contents of the actual set itself. The Nepteight Gundam in its actual coloured line art. It's actually also looking like a bit of a beefy kit as well. Hiroto, for the gosh knows how many times we've seen him. And just a bit more info about Hiroto there as well. So that's the front in the standard format that we have grown accustomed to. In terms of the back, so we have the Nepteight units over here. The completed Nepteight Gundam, which is obviously, as we know, Core Gundam 2, equipped with the Neptune armor from the Nepteight unit, as well as the Nepteight Weapons. Interestingly enough, because having just done the Saturn X unboxing recently, it's interesting how we've got additional core dock examples here. So the Saturn X units and weapons, the Uraven, and the Mars 4 units and Mars 4 weapons. In fact, I think that pretty much there was 3 there, 3 here, plus that, so that's 7. Venus was missing. There you go. So the actual Neptune armor, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this because I haven't watched Stargazer in ages. So obviously it's the same mechanism behind it. It's the, I always thought there was an L in there, but clearly not. So it's the Volture Lumiere. Okay, obviously the L was in the last part, but I thought there was an L in the beginning. But there you go. It's a interplanetary propulsion system, which I do know is exactly what it does in the anime for its literal 1 episode appearance. Well, unless you count like the opening credits and things like that. That's pretty much its main gimmick, which is still pretty cool. In terms of the color guide, white, light green. I feel like it should have a proper name, but light green is fine. Grey for the body, dark blue for most likely weapons, not that it has a lot, hands, inner frame components, things like that. Yellow sensor parts, which will be a lot of the foil stickers, which yes, it was riddled in both this and the Nepteight Weapons, but that was to be expected. And then the green for the sensor. So that's the back. Before we look at the color page, so there's the parts list. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runners and a sticker sheet. B and D will be repeats since the Uraven, and then F, H and I will be unique to the Nepteight. And in fact, F is probably also a recycle. And the reason why I say that, because I literally did the Saturn X unit before doing this video, so it's somewhat on the top of my mind. Anyway, Nepteight unit, build the dock, attach your chest armor, your specialized head crest. I call it a crest and not a V fin because it's not a fin. It's about to combine V and fin to make Vin. Yeah, anyway, Hands, skirting armor, both rear and front, legs, and more legs, and feet, shoulders, and then attaching it to the dock, and then the dock to the base. And once again we have a section for extra hand stowage. And then the start of the docking sequence, which goes over into the nice full color, which is kind of cool. And then you see that through to completion. And because majority of the pieces are the generic docking, once you've done it 2 or 3 times, you've got a really good idea of where everything goes. So that was the manual. We'll put to the side. Before we look at the runners, foil stickers. It's not too bad. Majority is that yellow/gold. Some for your various sensors in the bottom right, in the green. And then there's some that seem to be a combo of white and gold. It's not a huge sticker sheet. I'm hoping most of this goes into recessed areas, which will hopefully make it easier for them to sit in and stay stuck to the kit. So that was the foil stickers. Looking at the runners, here's the B runner in its light green glory. From what I recall of previous Planet System sets, there will be one change here with the head crest bits. This will be unique to the Nepteight. The Saturn X would have had its specific attachment probably in the same spot, but for the rest of these parts, these would have been the exact same from the Uraven. This time all in that light green. Still quite nice. Actually looks a bit darker on the video, but no major drama. D-runner in dark blue, pretty much the same from what we've seen since the Uraven, so nothing of new value there. A very small F runner, so from recollection, interior of the legs, feet, hands, and I cannot remember. But I believe this did share some elements with the Saturn X, I believe. But yes, this would be a generic component of the F runner for the Uraven, Nepteight, and Saturn X. And as I said, that's in dark blue. Moving into the runners that are a bit more unique to the Nepteight. So here is a H1 runner, probably a half runner, maybe. Top section's probably for legs and feet, and then these ones here most likely, actually, let me take that back. No, this will be all for the legs and feet. I'll just recognize some of the back bits on these pieces at the bottom here. Yes, most likely all for the legs and the top of the feet is my guess for that. But yes, you can see some of these recesses in the armor, so that should definitely help with putting in those foil stickers. And if this is the knee, there's definitely some good recessing in there. You could possibly even do that if you had like a really fine brush and painted that in. I'll probably just use the stickers. They don't look that bad at all, and for the most part stickers do tend to fit usually quite well when it comes to flat surfaces. And also, because I don't remember if I said it, that is in white. So that's the H runner. And the last runner, very small runner, I, and that's just for your feet. And this is in a bit of a light grey. So that'll just be the base of the feet. So that's not too bad. A few more bits and pieces compared to the Saturnix, but overall, as expected, it's basically just additional armor parts and a bit more of a Nepteight flair, which will probably just be sides of the legs, the knees, and the exterior parts of the shoulder pads. That brings us to the end of the unboxing. So there we go. Nepteight unit. You were lucky to pretty much fill out the last spot of Hiroto's armor. As I said, re-rising, well, it is and it isn't. It isn't because it's basically the Uraven, but in a way it is because it's a complete set, which I'll do probably much later down the track, just because of ease of postage, or more to the point, a lack of ease, and some of the increased times for deliveries. But that'll come up eventually. It will definitely be nice to circle back and have a look at that when the time comes. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below and a like if you enjoyed this content. Subscribe if you wish to follow my channel and stay up to date with upcoming releases. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, and a link to that will be in the description below. Once again, thank you for your support to help grow this channel. Please stay safe and take care, and I will see you all in the next video. See ya.